Peace to the gods and the goddesses, man. About to do a quick little video, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about these slow genes, man. You know what I'm saying? Slow genes, people with slow genetics. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this situation for people that I know. I'm gonna say no names, man, but they might hear this and they gonna know exactly who the hell I'm talking about. Now I know this dude, man. You know I don't chill with him no more, man, because you know he's spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's a hybrid. Not saying that I won't, you know what I'm saying, interact with certain hybrids, man, but once you basically recognize their peak, and if the peak isn't suitable enough, you know what I'm saying, on a level where it could be utilized to benefit the whole, I'm up out of it. So, you know, this dude, man, this dude had you know what I'm saying, I knew this dude for, you know what I'm saying, quite some time, man, you know what I'm saying, consider him like a brother, you know what I mean, so, you know, he had a wife, I ain't gonna mention her name, he had a wife, you know what I'm saying, and, you know what I'm saying, used to hang out with all of them, you know what I'm saying, chop it up, had some good times, you know what I'm saying, some great memories, real memories. Not these simulations we are executing. You know what I'm saying? And it was like they've been trying for years to have babies, man. But it was like they couldn't have no babies, you know what I'm saying? He came to me and he asked me. It's like I was never really thinking about, I mean, I was always thinking about extra things, but certain times when I say back then when people brought things to my attention, I ain't really want to ponder on it too much, man. I just sit back and listen, you know what I'm saying? But I look at that as all as preparation stages to where I'm at right now, and it's going to continue to grow. So, you know, he was like, yo, you know, we've been trying, we can't have no babies and all that. She came to me, basically told me the same thing he told me. They was like, they went to the doctor and they was like, yo, everybody's, you know, she's good, she's fertile, man. She could, you know what I'm saying, you could plant seeds in the soil, get babies, but it wasn't working. So, you know, years go by, you know, and you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking about it now. Like I stated before, things just got to come in the head, and I will think about it, and then I'll analyze it and be able to break it down. So, you know, years and years went on, man, and you know, it was like he started like looking for a way out, like little things he would find. That's how you know when somebody is like looking for leverage to get out of something. They look for the most pettiest things and try to use and try to amplify that as a reason why they should exit out the relationship. But I'm gonna explain to you why he had to get up out of there. So, you know, looking for little things and all that, man, you know what I'm saying? Start arguments, all this and all that. He'll call me late in the night, like, yo, son, I need to spend the night at your crib, such and such, bugging out, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, what's going on, fam? You put whatchamacallit on the phone, let me talk to her. You know, she, you know what I'm saying, put me on what's going on and all this and all that. You know, I holler at him like, yo, fam, yo, son, you need to just chill. I mean, I already sensed what was going on then, but can't push that energy out through the phone, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, he basically wasn't feeling it no more. So, you know, he started doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, they've been trying for a while to have babies and all that, but it wasn't happening. They was both good. There's nothing wrong with neither of them. So this guy goes off now with a younger chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? A little younger chick. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want no older chick. So he claims. He got a little younger chick. You know what I'm saying? And did his thing with her, and now he got babies by this younger chick. Now the thing is with this right here, see, the reality is when he was with his wife, see, his wife, she was a high frequency being. She, you know what I'm saying? But it's like her energy is being redirected. You know what I'm saying? I look at it now and see how she used to move. She is a high frequency being, but her energy is being redirected into low frequency outlets. You know what I mean? She used to push him to be better. But it's like he used to look at that as her trying to be bossy. Now that I really look at it, he was looking at it emotionally. Oh, she's trying to boss me around. She always be trying to tell me to do this, to do that. But the things that she was actually, you know what I'm saying, telling him to do would actually benefit him as a whole by making him a greater being. You know what I mean? So the reality is the reason why he couldn't have babies with her is because you have certain, and this goes out for certain females, man. Certain female vaginas are high frequency portals. And that low frequency sperm, even though when it's ejaculated in it, it wouldn't draw in any souls, any high frequency souls. Certain female vaginas are only tweaked to pull through high frequency souls. That's it. It was genetically wired that way for them to only pull out high frequency souls, the gods. So if you have a low frequency obelisk going up inside a high frequency vagina, they could bust as much nuts as they want to, but they would not pull out nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this man now, he goes and get with a slow chick. Now she is somewhat mentally slow. You can see the slight retardation in her. Her son is even slightly retarded. You know what I'm saying? He goes up in that low frequency vagina now and having babies out the wet work. Ain't no swinging and no missing. Hitting it every time. You know what I'm saying? Because he is partially slow. Now that I look at it, certain people, they talk slow, move slow. You say something to them loud and clear, huh? You always got to be ready to repeat yourself. You got to use additional energy to penetrate through that slow barrier so they could capture the sound waves that you send into them. Their neuron canal is completely coagulated with pus. You know what I'm saying? As I stated before in past videos, man, it's something I always used to say, man, that people, their brains is not sitting in brain matter, it's sitting in snot. That's something I said way back in the days, man. I always used to say that, man, like man, you got snot for brain matter. You move slow, you think slow. So he went up in this slow chick, having babies by this slow chick because his frequency had to match. He's slow. So now he's having slow babies. Babies that's partially retarded. I mean, they're not full retarded. They not full retard, but they partially retarded. You can see that they partially retarded just off the gate. You know what I'm saying? But the wife he was with still is, but her energy is being redirected. She's in religion. Her energy is being redirected. But now that I look back at it, she's a goddess, man. But if he would have took her suggestions, he would have been able to raise his frequency, man. But sometimes you gotta know, man, the things that you're going through is a test, man. You gotta know it could do one or two things. It could make you lesser or greater. So when she was suggesting that he do certain things, it was only to enhance him so that he could pull through that soul, through her portal. But he couldn't take it. He left his wife for a woman with a better body. Oh my God. Yo, man, that is like the most violation that you could do to a man or a woman. To leave them for somebody with a better body? I mean, how superficial is that? How weak is that? You gonna leave your wife for 10 plus years for somebody with a fatter butt? Are you serious, my man? Bruh. Sinners is lost out here, man. But then again, he's a low frequency being, man. He had to be around somebody who don't push him to do anything. Now I don't kick it with him no more. But I remember conversations when we used to have on the phone. He always used to be telling me now, like, yo, man, yeah, I be trying to push her to do this, trying to push her to do that. She don't want to do nothing. Now you playing the role of how your wife was. Your wife used to push you to do things. You see how karma takes effect? You ain't gotta die to get karma. Karma is the flesh. When you experience a lot of karma, negative karma, because they got positive, twin polarities to the karma. You know what I'm saying? You experience a lot of karma, those negative karmas, flesh, just know that you're on your way to the spirit world. But the positive karma enhance the soul. You know what I'm saying? That negative karma is all about the flesh disregarding the soul or the spirit. So they used to be calling me like, yeah, man, I be trying to tell her to do this, trying to get her to down with me to do this, trying to open this up, trying to do this, trying to do that. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? She is like, she don't want to do nothing. And the reality is, man, it's not that she don't want to do it. She might be using that as an angle. Because the reality is, man, a lot of people on the planet, you might ask them to do something, but they are genetically unable to perform that task. Because you got a lot of slow people on the planet, man. Don't think because you could get up, get dressed, tie your shoelaces, you know what I'm saying, that you good. It don't really take no senses to do that. You know what I'm saying? Cats and dogs that could do that. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't really nothing. When you ask people to do certain tasks and they can't do it, that's because they are genetically incapable of making it happen. They can't make it happen because their genes, they already peaked out. Every time they engage in something, it's like they doing it for the first damn time. Every time. They could be doing something for 10 plus years. 10 plus years, my man. But it's like when they doing it, it's like they doing it for the first time. People are genetically slow, man. You know what I'm saying? There's something that I always realize, but I'm gonna have to start acknowledging it now. You just got certain people that's genetically, they can't do it. They cannot do it. It's way out of their mental spectrum. Way out. You know what I'm saying? I know someone that's been banging with Pro Tools for 10 plus years. And the most sophisticated thing this person could bring into the conversation was a copy and paste. Vocals. What the father? Bruh, you should have kept that in the X-Files, bruh. You shouldn't even release that. You know what I'm saying? You should have kept that in Fort Knox. Don't even release nothing like that. Sam's gonna be looking at you like, what? 10 plus years on Pro Tools and that's all you could talk about? Man, listen, man. Bruh. Man, listen. But yeah, man. You got certain people, and you know what I'm saying, and I stated before, man, that you're supposed to be having babies, man. That's the genes have to match. The genes have to match. You know, when your genes match and you have babies, females don't go through those symptoms. All nausea and throwing up and all that. They only go through that because they actually made it with somebody for superficial reasons. That's showing you that the genes is off. You throwing up and doing all this and all that, all nausea. You gotta eat mad junk food. You know what I'm saying? You tired, you can't do nothing. That's the genes off. Now the recalibration got to take process. You know what I'm saying? Genes got to recalibrate. So you're going through a whole bunch of turmoil, bodily turmoil, ism, and you thinking that is normal. Of course, if a majority of the population is mating with people based on superficial descriptions, of course it's going to appear normal. But then again, what does normal mean? Normal isn't natural. Normal is something that you adapt to. That's what normal means. Normal means that someone has adapted to something, whether it's an environment or a way of living, whatever. It just basically means that you adapted. But it doesn't mean that it's natural or that's how things supposed to be. You know what I mean? So just because you see a bunch of females, you know, taking all these painkillers, all these drugs and all this and all that, when they having all these having babies with people for the wrong reasons, because you know you gotta know that the frequencies gotta match, man. You gotta look at that. Look at that throwing up as your genes short-circuiting. Look at you getting dizzy, nausea, throwing up, cramps. Look at all of that. Mouth dry, eyes watering, breakouts, swellings all over the place. Look at that as your body short-circuiting on various levels. It's just like if you try to use a certain type of power to power something, and if that something wasn't built around that power source, it's going to short-circuit. Smoke gonna start coming up out of the mother dudder. Capacitors and resistors and microchips is gonna start frying. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just gonna be out of whack, man. So you got the females throwing up and doing all this because they having babies. Speaking of babies, they having babies by people for the wrong reason. Well, you know, my man, he gotta be pulling in 6 figures. Wrong reason. My man, he gotta have a house. Wrong reasons. My man gotta have a car, you know what I'm saying? He gotta be 6 feet tall. He gotta have big feet. Can't have no baby mama drama. He gotta have a career. You know what I'm saying? All of these things that have to do with the illusion has nothing to do with the flesh. Nothing to do with the flesh. Or should I say, hold on. Let me retract that. It has nothing to do with the soul. It has to do with the illusion, which is catering to the flesh. Yes, the carbonated body is an illusion when you compare it to the soul. When you compare the so-called black man or so-called black woman's body to the soul, it is an illusion because the soul is the only thing that is real. But if you only doing things or getting with people to cater to the flesh, oh my girl, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, she gotta have that fatty. She gotta know how to cook. Flesh. She gotta give me good head. I mean, I'm trying to wake up to head, not an alarm clock. Flesh. You know what I'm saying? She gotta stay moist. Those are all things that cater to the flesh. Then you have these hybrids, man, these mutants, man. Having a whole bunch of mutants, man. Because when you actually mating with people, man, that ain't got nothing to do with the genetic composition. And I ain't trying to say that this baby's a mutant. I'm just showing you, talking about the baby's got the little baby up in the carriage right there. When you having all these babies based on a superficial description, because you got to know that that description that's being described, that people adopt and carry it as the main threshold or the main motive. You got to know that that is a byproduct of society. That's what these wealthy people created. Those are all false images that the wealthy people created for you to admire. These people don't mate with people because they have babies with people because they look good. You know what I'm saying? Look at the movie Frequency, man. They telling you when they send their kids over to these schools, man, to learn how, those schools really, they don't really train people to be employers. I know they might say that. They really train them to be gods and goddesses, man. That's what those schools train those. When these wealthy people send their kids off to these schools, man, these institutes that you could only get in there, they don't really care about how much money you got. You got to have a blood tie to the family. That's how you get up in there. When they send their kids to them schools where they get that highly sophisticated teachings, they are training them to be gods and goddesses, man. But these other schools out here, even these weak colleges that they got out here, they train us to be servants to the gods. They train us to be servants to the gods that these wealthy people send their kids to the school to learn to be gods. They mate with people that IQ is not even on the charts. They on a whole nother level, man. Whole nother level. They don't care about money or none of that. The only thing that these people are concerned with is how mentally keen you are. That's it. How smart, bright you are. That's all they're concerned about. Because they know that it's just like the animal trademark. When you got the two buffaloes fighting with a headbutt contest to see which buffalo would fall out. So this buffalo could mate with the next buffalo. That baby is going to be stronger than the mother and the father, mentally and biologically. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing that the humans is doing. They know that if they get somebody who is mentally inclined, who's mentally sharp, and they mentally sharp, and they have a baby, that baby is going to be doing things that's going to be making them look average. That's how you strengthen the genes. That's how you strengthen the frequency, man. You strengthen the frequency when you combine two strong frequencies, man. Then you come out with a new frequency. They mate with high frequency beings, man. But we on the other hand now, we got all these television shows, you got all these people dressing all exotic, cleavage hanging out, big butt hair. You can see the puss print. You know what I'm saying? You can see the cock print. Big chest, tattoos all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody taking pictures with 20 cars and a mansion. Yeah, I'm the man because I got all this merchandise, but you don't know how none of it really works. All you know how to do is put the key in the ignition and hit the on start button. That's it. But as soon as something happens to that car, you got to pull it into the mechanic shop. You can't even fix it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because they have limited intelligence, limited. And they mate with people that have limited intelligence. Anybody who's always concentrating on how someone look, they have a limited intelligence, man. They have a limited mental spectrum, man. I put a post on Facebook. How you could determine a superficial, hold on. What is the post I put on Facebook? Hold on, let me think about it. Oh, people who get with people for superficial reasons are more likely to have pets. That's a connection right there. How you want to identify a superficial person? See if they have pets. People get pets because they cute. All these girls walking around here with these little puppies. Oh, he's so cute. 9 times out of 10, they got a man because he's cute. Or because he look good. You know what I'm saying? Females who have, and the guys too. You know what I'm saying? They get it for a superficial purpose, man. It ain't got nothing to do with increasing the mental composition. Nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, you know, this dude, man, you know, he was basically a low frequency being. He didn't have what it takes to raise his frequency. You know what I'm saying? So he went and got with a partially retarded chick. Now he's having babies all over the place. No, you can't mess with that. You can't mess with a retarded chick. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to ejaculate in the twat. You know what I'm saying? You could bust on the twat and she would get pregnant. Straight cheeks. Straight avocados. But yeah, man, just want to put that out there real quick, man, that they want you to focus on, and that's an interference, man. That is a signal that's going on. There's many signals that's being channeled throughout this planet, man. Spoke about that frequency of death, you know what I'm saying, in that final destination. You know what I'm saying? But this is also another signal that's going on out here, making people focus on the damn flesh. Focus on the butt. You know what I'm saying? But or whatever it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all see how the game being played. Y'all can look inside y'all lives and see how the game is being played. The game is being played on all of us. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Stop messing with them slow chicks, man. Motherfucker left his wife, man. A goddess. Yo, man, she was like, yo, man, she was feral too, man. She ain't play that, man. I look back now like, yo, man. Like she was the real deal, man. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have all her screws tied, but the potential is still there. The potential was there and it's still there. She just needs that energy to be realigned. That's it. That man damn sure wasn't gonna do it on his damn knees. I remember I went to church with them one time. Yo, I remember I went to church with them one time. So, yo, this was a popular church too, man. This church is over there on Flatlands, man. Yo, they took me to this church. They was like, you should come to our church, become a member. Like, man, I ain't becoming no member. I come to the church, you know what I'm saying, just to see the experience. Because there was, the way how they talk about this church, it didn't sound like a church at all, man. I'm like, that's a church? The way how they was talking about it, man. Yo, when I went to this church, I think it's called a Triple C church, something like that. But it's over there on Flatlands in Brooklyn. And when I went to this church, I didn't even know it was a church at first. They said we was going to church. I'm thinking it's a regular church. We pulling into this parking lot and it's like hundreds of people all over the place. Like, I'm like, yo, that's the church? They said, yeah. Yo, I swore it was a Puff Daddy concert, man. No lie. I went inside there. They got ATM machines in there. They got a whole bunch of people at the doors. They got these tuxedos on. It was nothing like a church. They got big flat screens all over the place. Cameras everywhere. They say that this church, they say that everything is being televised on TV. I was like, what? Oh, yo, I went up in there. Yo, it was like a damn stadium. It was like a stadium in there, man. I said, yo, this is church? Yo, the whole thing flipped. It was like it wasn't even, they say it's church, but it was more entertainment. Yo, when I first went in that church, I said, yo, this guy right here, man, he got to be a damn Mason. And that's one thing about these people, man. You don't really come up in life, man, unless you get down with important people, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I know this guy right here, he got to be a Mason, man. And you know what I'm saying, my boy's wife, she used to be, you know what I'm saying, telling him about me, like stuff that I used to talk about, man. She was like, yo, I want you to meet him. We never got around to doing that because I ain't never go back to that church, man. But she used to always tell him about me, like type of conversation stuff I be talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? He basically was like, yo, bring him down. But she was like, yo, I'm gonna have you meet him one day, but you ain't never get around to that. But I was up in church and it was like, they was all singing and my boy, he took his hand up in the air and he started doing the wave like this. And I was looking at this dude. I was like, yo, I was saying to myself, like, I was like, yo, what is it in him that's making him do that? I was like, yo, what is it in him that's making him do that? Because I'm like, yo, I can't see myself doing that. Like sitting up there with my eyes closed, with my hand up in the air, waving, talking about oh Jesus in some chant, oh Jesus form. I was like, yo, I could not pull myself to do that. So I used to look at this dude and say, yo, how is it that he could do that? I was like the only one in there with my hand down, eyes open, just looking at everybody with their heads down, eyes closed, hands up in the air, doing a wave, talking about, oh Jesus, singing some song with Jesus' name in it. I was like, yo, man, how in the hell these people could do this, man? I was just sitting there like, yo, son. I was like, yo, son, I was like, matter of fact, man, let me bow my head and close my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Let me get an incognito for somebody see me looking, and they will be like, yo, he's not one of us. You know what I'm saying? Let's hit him with the screen. You know what I mean? So I had to get my incognito on, but I was like, yo, son, it didn't feel like church at all, man. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a damn concert, man. Big screens hanging all over the place. Like, what kind of church is that? But yeah, man. But that's the same dude, though, man. That's the same dude, you know what I'm saying, who, you know what I'm saying, left his wife, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Just be aware of these low frequency beings, these low genetic beings who, when you ask them to do something, and the something goes all around the board. It's not just a particular thing you could ask them to do. It's like things that's all around in general. They can't do it, man, because they are genetically incapable of doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? They got the slow gene, straight up. But I'm up out of here, sinners.